Purdy, Purdy, Purdy. Hello. Here's a Purdy vlog. We haven't done a Purdy vlog in a long time, have we, Purds? Come on then, Purdy. So, Purdy, anyone who has been following Purdy's life, September 2000, should we go this way? September 2017, I was out in Egypt at my mum's apartment with my mum. We went downstairs, we went down by the pool, and right by the pool on the little island in the middle was Purdy. She was about 7 months old, fully grown, didn't have nearly as long as coat as this though, and she just wanted some human interaction and some fusses, and she happily took them from me, and then she disappeared off round the residential area. She came back again. I'd give her a boiled egg, and then I was staying with my mum, who was vegetarian, so we had no meat, but we did have eggs. So I boiled up eggs, and I sacrificed my eggs each day so that she could have an egg. So after doing this for a week, I then had created quite a bond with her. She'd come and visit me about 4 times a day, and then on the last day I was there, I found out that there had been a disposal order put on her, and she was adorable. All she wanted was some love, but she was a bit gobby. She, which we know all too well now, but she was a bit noisy, and one of the residents had put in a complaint, and the Egyptians out there go straight for disposal. Excuse me. So they had tried to drown her in the pool. They had tried to strangle her with some rope. They had tried to smash her head open with some concrete, all of which she had escaped unharmed. Someone had scalded her with a hot substance that took off all the fur down one side of her. But other than that, there was no physical damage done to her. I heard her barking, really stressed out. I ran down from my mum's apartment. I found her being chased by some of the staff from the management company, and kind of intervened and told them that she was under my protection. Long story short, I got her into a pet hotel while she was going through her jabs, etc. Thanks to Rachel Bean for putting me in touch with Doreen and Dara at the pet hotel in Rausat in Sharm, and they took very good care of her until I was able to return February 2018 and bring her back to the UK, with huge thanks to Michael, Taya's dad, one of my clients, who came and met me at Brussels and drove me all the way back. And we arrived back at 7 a.m. in the morning. She settled in very quickly. She wasn't too keen on the cats, but she's off hunting through the bushes. Good girl. So she wasn't that keen on the cats, and she wanted to chase them. The cats were not too keen on her because all the other dogs respected her respected them very much. So there was a little bit of a challenge there, but with most humans, she was good, and with all dogs, she's been amazing. She definitely has a part to play in the family. She is the clown. She is the player, the instigator of game. She will temper her play to whatever size of dog she's playing with, be that a tiny Chihuahua cross pom called Bertie, who is one of her favourite playmates, Mars, who's a cockapoo, Phantom, who was a large collie cross shepherd cross bull breed, and she's a funny girl actually, because right now they are doing a little bit of mouse hunting. They found a mouse's nest here yesterday and she was incredibly intrigued by it all, but she doesn't really have any killing instinct in her. I'll tell you a little bit of story about Purdy. The cats would bring in shrews and mice all the time, and she was fascinated by this. And one of the cats had brought in a shrew, and there was a pen separating the cat in the cat area and Purdy in the lounge. And this shrew got away from the cat, ran straight through the bars in the pen, straight into the lounge where Purdy was laid down, sort of in this position here, mouth open, grabbed said shrew in her mouth, took it to the other side of the lounge and then deposited it somewhere safe away from the cat. It was amazing. I had only ever seen sort of like a prey drive in most of the dogs, and I had not seen anything as gentle as this, and it reminded me of my first dog when she once went off running in the woods. Her name was Sherry. She went running off in the woods, and she walked all the way back home. She lived with my grandparents. We walked in up to the back gate, and just as we got to the back gate she dropped something from her mouth onto the floor, and it was a pheasant egg, and she had been carrying this all the way home in one piece, and only when it hit the floor very gently did it chip, otherwise it would have been in one whole piece. Just 2 days ago we were in the front garden and there was this bang. And I looked up and thought, what happened there? Where did that bang happen? It sounded like it happened towards the lounge window. Purdy went darting in amongst the stuff that was by the lounge window. Under the lounge window, loads of gardening bits and pieces. And she came out very gently with this thrush in her mouth and deposited it by my feet. Here, Mummy, this thing just banged into the window. I don't know what to do with it, but it's not well. And she knows, I think, that the cats would have killed it had they had a chance. So I took it off of her, or picked it up from the floor, took it outside the back, put it somewhere safe where none of the cats or dogs could get to it. Popped in on it a couple of times during the evening to find out that it was getting healthier and healthier and coming out of its shock, and then had disappeared. So hopefully flown off somewhere nice. Anyway, back before I brought Purdy to England, in the residential area that she had sort of like claimed as her home on the streets, she was known as Perdita, meaning lost, I believe, in Portuguese or dialect of it. One of the ladies there had called her this name, and it has stuck with everybody. Lost dog Perdita. Of course, when she came back to the UK, she was no longer lost. She had a home that was willing to love her, and take care of her and provide her with home comforts, etc., etc. Brought her back in March from 40 degrees. No, it wasn't quite 40 degrees, but from Egypt. And what happened? 2 weeks later, we had the beast from the east, the snowstorm that hit us. And she was plunged into freezing cold snow. Of course, she had the option of being in the house where the open fire was crackling away, or being outside and playing in the snow. And it was fascinating, and she loved it and she enjoyed it, and she chose that she could have both. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then, so she was number 4 of our little canine family. She was our 4th child, and she's all fun and games, but we're gonna carry on walking now before one of them actually does find a mouse, and have a nose in the woods where all the beautiful bluebells are at the moment. Good girl. Good girl. Purdy. Good girl.